It's time for roses and rosé. I'm wearing red. Oh, this glass is sweating and so am I. Welcome to Hometowns, everybody. It was another wonderful episode Monday night of The Bachelorette, and we're here to talk about it. By wonderful, I mean fun, but also really, really painful. But a good lesson, but so hard. But, you know, some laughs and some kisses, but also a lot of tears. And so that's where we're headed.
They're waiting for King Dean to show up.
Where's the table at?
Yep. So Rachel is in Hometowns, you guys, which means she's gonna do that run, jump, rap thing a lot. So drink every time she does it, okay? First, Eric is from Baltimore. And it's kind of scary.
Look, they selling drugs right here.
Yeah. And Eric's purring like a cat a lot. But then his family's really cool. Oh my God, his aunt.
First Black Bachelorette. So how are you dealing with that?
What a queen. Just lovely and bubbly and so wonderful. And Rachel should take her everywhere she goes from now on and just let her consult on all the dates. She can be the advisor. Oh my God, and they're group dancing. So cute. And oh my God, this mature but kind of painful but sort of healing discussion with his mother.
Hey, it's life. What doesn't hurt?
Right.
Oh, and the toast.
I've been running from love my whole life.
Wow. Great toast. A toast to Eric's family and their great toasts.
And I'm not running no more.
But oh my God, then he didn't quite say, I love you.
I really love this girl. What I mean by that is like I really care about you.
He didn't squeak it out there.
Like I care about your well-being. I care about what you do in life. I care about who you are.
Nope, and that's a bad sign for Eric. Very dangerous to not at least say, I'm falling in love with you on the Hometowns, guys. And that's what tonight's gonna be really all about is now that it's down to it, to these final four, who is really telling Rachel, I am serious about you? We'll get to that more later. I like Eric, I really do. You know, he's come a long way from get my name out your mouth.
My name is in your mouth!
And he's great. Bryan is from Miami. And I was hoping that we'd hear the Will Smith song more. But I'm guessing that was a cost issue. So instead we got these 80s vibes while Rachel was talking.
There's something sexy about it.
Okay. And Rachel is saying Miami is
Sexy.
and then Bryan takes her to play dominoes so she can see the real Miami. Take me back to the fake Miami. I want the Will Smith music video Miami. That's what I want.
South Beach, bringing the heat.
I don't want to play dominoes, Bryan, okay? Oh, and drink every time you see this clear umbrella because that umbrella's getting more time with Rachel than these guys are, okay? Clear, just like I like my watered down rosé to be. But Bryan and his ombre shirt did take Rachel dancing. And you know what? I like a guy who can dance. And I have to say, just like this episode made me like Eric even more, it made me like Bryan even more. He talked pretty much for the first time about things other than how much he likes Rachel.
Oh, the real Miami.
Like real conversations, you know, the stuff of relationships. And it was nice. Oh, I also really like Bryan because of his mom. Group hug.
Group hug, group hug, group hug.
Bryan's mom, you guys.
Okay, cheers.
Guys. Cheers.
So where do we start?
She is having a drink. She is pausing. She is crying. She is reading Rachel, and she is telling it like it is.
And I could see in her eye that she's a good person.
This woman is giving us soap opera realness.
If he's happy, I'm happy. If not, I'll kill you. He has to be happy.
It's beyond reality TV. It is the reality of a soap opera Miami life. And I loved her. Don't remember her name. Oh, Olga. I just did. Wow. Still got stuff going on up there.
No, she's the one. So.
And she just really loves Bryan.
And she knows that if she mess with the mother, that's not good, that's not being smart.
Like, a lot.
I'll kill you.
Like, it's life or death with this lady.
Rachel. I'm in love with you.
Bryan loves Rachel. See what I'm saying? Bryan said, I love you. So, let's remember that Peter is from Madison, Wisconsin. And man, oh man, did this episode make Madison, Wisconsin look like a cute little place to live? I mean, who knew? Maybe a lot of people. I bet the population of Madison, Wisconsin is 1 million people. I'm gonna look it up before the end of this. Rachel wore gray. What does this mean? Rachel wore gray to Peter's hometown. If you watch Roses and Rosé, you'll know that I spent most of the last episode talking about how Peter wears gray all the time, including on this episode. And Rachel wore gray. And I think that means one of two things. One, just that she wore gray. Two, more likely, that she is trying to forge a subtle connection with Peter. Peter is not being as forthcoming with his feelings, so Rachel's like, look at me, I'm wearing gray. Look at you, you're wearing gray. We are one. Peter, tell me you love me. It doesn't happen. What's interesting to me, you guys, and I hate to speculate, except that I love to speculate. I think that we're being set up to see Peter as the Bachelor. I do, because Bryan is telling Rachel he loves her. And on this show, in this environment, it has to be so hard to know if a relationship is real. So I don't know, I would see why you would go for the guy who likes you. Peter just seems so unsure, and you know, but we're also made to love Peter.
He treats everybody the same, doesn't even consider. I mean, he's a good guy.
I see that.
Really fun, and look at his cool friends, and we saw his funny side on this date. But he has walls up, and he couldn't tell Rachel that he really cares about her.
And it's terrifying.
So that's a problem that has to be solved. You know, like probably when he's gonna be the Bachelor. I'm just saying, reality shows don't write themselves. People do.
Because I want to do that once in my life. I know you two feel the exact same.
Peter is, quote, terrified of committing to Rachel.
I have walls up, for sure, with Rachel. And I haven't figured out when those walls will come down.
Peter's mom even says he's not ready, and she is saying he's not ready so much that I don't even know what she's saying he's not ready for.
Is it, here's a ring and I want to propose to you? Not necessarily.
But he's not ready. Peter says he doesn't even know what it would take to get to the next step. This is bad.
I want things to move forward with Rachel, but in order to get to that next step, I don't know what that's gonna take.
And then at the end of it, he's like,
I'm afraid that this may be one of the last times this year.
Peter, if you're afraid, act like it. You don't sound scared, okay? Yeah. Dean is from Aspen. And Dean's date was a moment in Bachelor history. Dean and Rachel love to pop champagne, and that's about as happy-go-lucky as this date's gonna get. So we learn that Dean is going to see his father for the first time in about 2 years. And it kind of blows my mind that they were both okay with this meeting happening on reality TV. But you know, maybe it forced some conversations, and that was good. And if Dean had never gone on The Bachelorette, he never would have talked to his father. Because Rachel was like, why don't you talk to your dad? And he was like, do I need to talk to my dad? And she was like, well, you should kind of tell him how you feel. Good advice, Rachel. Keeping it 100. So Dean is like scared even walking up to his house. For background, in case you missed it, Dean's mother died when he was 15, and his relationship with his father just got really bad, and he feels like his dad was not there for him after all that.
She was the most amazing woman, except for my wife, today, that I've ever experienced. I mean, we're married 27 years.
I have to say, Dean's dad was more loving and open than I thought he would be. From the way that Dean had described him, I thought he'd be very shut off. And that just goes to show you, that relationships are gray area, and people are not black and white, and people are flawed. And as much as Dean might have wanted that love and protection from his father, maybe at the time he couldn't give it. And that is about all that I'm gonna be able to muster when it comes to emotional advice for tonight. It was tough to watch, you guys. Dean had this really painful talk with his dad, and I think Dean just wanted an apology from his dad.
I didn't love you. Is that what you're trying to say?
Get the
I
out of
didn't
here.
feel loved by your father? Is that what you're saying?
It wasn't as maternal as it maybe in hindsight needed to be.
And ultimately, Dean's dad was just like,
No. I regret it. This doesn't work.
thanks for being here, but you guys gotta go. And Dean told Rachel he was falling for her. And Rachel told Dean she...
You're absolutely amazing.
So, if we're all boop, boop, counting up here, the only one out of 4 who has not come close to saying I love you is Peter. Peter! Mr. Gray, Christian Gray, the man I love, but the man who doesn't love Rachel. Okay. Rose ceremony, and the guys look great. And Dean looks more dapper than we've ever seen Dean to have been. Okay, I'm sorry. Bryan gets the first rose. He did say he was in love with her. It makes sense. And Eric gets another rose. And then an absolute crescendo of violins leads us to the tragic ending that Dean is sent home. Why? Why? Even Dean is like, he's pretty calm, but he's like, I'm confused. He said he was falling for her. She said she was falling for him. And Rachel, I love her. I love Rachel, but she does not have a really clear answer. She says something about how she doesn't think Dean's ready. Maybe what she really means is like Dean's got a lot to work on in himself and his family before he's ready for marriage and starting his own family. I'm just saying that would make sense. God, I've got to stop with the advice. It's too much. I can't keep doing this. I'll be emotionally drained by morning. And even Dean's exit was mature. And you know, Dean got crap on this show in the beginning for being the young one, but he is very wise beyond his years. He told Rachel good luck. He did not have some big breakdown. 3 cheers for Dean.
Next week on The Bachelorette.
What's to come? The return of the clear umbrella. Spain. And ooh, I might be wrong about this, but I believe this to be a sighting of the Honorable Judge Sam A. Lindsay. Rachel's dad, you guys. It looks like it could be him in the teaser for next week, and we have never seen him on this reality show or any other Bachelor Nation show before. If you remember, he did not go to Rachel's hometown when Nick Bile was there. So, that's enough for me. I'll be tuning in on Monday, everybody, for the final 3 to head to Spain and for things to commence from there. And of course, it wouldn't be Roses and Rosé without a shameless plug. I spoke to Rachel Lindsay earlier this morning. She talked to me about fantasy suites, about Peter, about Bryan, about her fears after hometowns, and about what she thinks about the fact that Peter's high school yearbook photo said that he wanted to be the Bachelor. Yikes. I'm just saying, you guys. I'm just saying. Do dreams come true? They do on The Bachelor. So, let's finish our drink to Dean's bow tie and to going out like a classy act. I just looked so not classy doing that. Typical. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like ET on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and you can connect with me about all things Bachelor Nation on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, etc. Have a great night, everybody. Bye! Okay, we did it. I spilled that rosé all over my face. Wow, what a professional. Bye!